Hello.
Uh, Hi everyone, and welcome. I'm Rabia, and I'm here with Maria. So Maria has joined us today instead of Steven. So where are you joining us from, Maria?
I am in Melbourne. Yeah. Where are you, Rabia?
So I'm in Lahore today, but from
Mm.
Pakistan. So today we're going to have a conversation about the big shared challenge that all of us have. That is, what makes supporting teacher development hard, and what's helping. So, whether you're joining us live on Facebook or YouTube, it's lovely to have all of you with us. So, tell us where you're joining us from and tell us, like, what kind of challenges do you face in the context that you are. So, Maria, before we get into the ideas from the community, what challenges do you face in supporting teachers where you are?
Yeah, well, I think one of the biggest challenges is, well, one of the biggest challenges for teachers that I've worked with is finding the time to make or making the time for PD. So, I mean, as teachers, we're all invested, aren't we, in the business of learning? That's what we do. We want our students to learn, but we also want to learn ourselves. So, teachers are actually always really keen. They want to learn new things, new ways to improve their teaching and to help their students learn. But it's that time, isn't it? You know, you've got your planning, you've got your resource development, you've got the actual classes, your pastoral support of your students, so many responsibilities, and then trying to fit in time to develop professionally. I think that's one of the biggest things that I find a lot of teachers struggle with. Yeah. What about you?
Yeah. Thank you for sharing that, and that is so
Mm,
relatable, Maria. And
mm,
this session is part of our course, helping teachers to learn. And so you don't have to be enrolled in this course to join the conversation or our live session. Please share your ideas, share your suggestions, and the issues that you have. And to come to your question, Maria, one of the biggest challenges that we have in Pakistan is access. A lot of teachers don't have access to good quality teacher training. A
mm,
lot of people they don't have opportunity to be helped by mentors or teachers, and a lot of
mm.
people join the teaching profession without any formal training. So these are some
Okay.
of the big challenges that we have in Pakistan. So
Okay.
we asked, yeah, so let's, because this is community corner and we want to share the contributions of our community for the past couple of weeks. So we asked the community, what's one question you have about helping teachers to learn. So we want people who have joined us from different countries, tell us what one question you have about helping teachers to learn. How Maria and I are going to try and share as many ideas as we can, but you can give ideas to each other as well. Read their questions and respond to them. So, Maria, the first question was how to help less experienced teachers become more effective and creative in young learners' classroom. So,
Yeah.
do you have any ideas for this, Maria?
Yeah. So, yeah, because the question is specifically about how to help teachers in the classroom with young learners, isn't it? So, I think one of the key things is helping teachers understand, not just teaching them techniques that they can try out. I mean, obviously, that's really important. They need to have like a bank of ideas and resources up their sleeves to use ready in the classroom, but also understanding the why behind it. Like, why, and relating that to things like learners, young learners, developmental stages and their needs at the different stages of development. So I think once teachers can kind of understand the reason behind why, why do we need to use, why is it a good idea to use stories with young learners, why is it a good idea to incorporate tactile activities into the classroom, why do we need to balance the stirrers and the shakers, that's all related to the way that young learners learn. So yeah, having that understanding can be really helpful. Yeah.
Yeah, that's great, Maria. We
Mhm.
have some people here.
Mm.
Welcome. We have. somebody from Spain joining us, from somebody from
Mhm.
Sri Lanka, from Saudi Arabia. And yes, thank you. We are well. Hope you're well as well.
Yeah.
Maria, some of the ideas about how to teach young learners is in one of
Mhm.
our courses, also teaching English in primary. And Steve and
That's
I
right.
also had a session on that a couple of
Yeah.
weeks ago. So if you're interested, you can join and watch the recording. Some of the ideas that I think I have to help teachers who are working with
Mm.
young learners is understanding that young learners are not young adults. So they do not learn
Mm.
the way that young adults do, and they need a lot of attention. They have a lot of energy, like you
Mm.
talked about the stirrers and settlers. So
Mhm.
there are moments when you need to stir them, there are moments when you need to settle them. So, and the best thing is for them, the teacher, to reflect and maybe have a diary that this worked well, I should do
Mm.
it again, and not the same one, maybe tweak it a little, make it more enjoyable. And the things that didn't work, maybe talk to someone, some other experienced teacher. Or maybe if you
Mm.
are in the helping position, you ask them those reflective questions like, what would your learners enjoy most about this, or what did they enjoy most about this? And you then plan accordingly, learning from your experience with the young learners, and not just doing things that worked with somebody else's classroom. So
Yeah.
that would be my suggestion: knowing and understanding your learners, and then planning activities accordingly.
Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, that is actually really like reflection.
Mm.
Any kind of PD opportunity has to involve reflection. So whether you're thinking about what's being presented in a training session, maybe one like this, what we're engaged in right now, or whether it's maybe another kind of opportunity like a peer observation. You might have the opportunity to observe a colleague in the school that you work in. So yeah, having that opportunity at the end of that, maybe to discuss with that teacher that you've observed why they did something in a particular way, and maybe thinking about whether what you've seen would work with your own learners and how you could maybe adapt it to make it work with your particular learners. So yeah, 100% agree, Rabia.
Yeah.
Um, we had an interesting comment in from someone who's here with us right now, um, about a challenge that 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 teachers can face, and that's the fear of change. Yeah, they've said the fear of change is a bigger one, especially for those who've been teaching for some time. Have you found that as well? I actually agree with that. That can be a fear of change. Um, Often, when people are sent on training, on PD training opportunities by their schools, by management, by the Ministry of Education, they can feel a little bit threatened as well. That maybe
Yeah.
that's a judgment on their teaching, and that
Yes.
yeah.
And yes, and just related to that is another comment as well, that most
Mm.
senior teachers think that CPT does not apply to them. So maybe they resist
Mm.
because of that as well. They think that we've been doing it for such a long
Mm.
time, we don't need that. So I think one
Yeah.
suggestion I for them is giving the taste of professional development, make it interesting. Ask them to share what they know, and make them in the
Yeah.
supportive role within that training, so that they feel valued, that they are
Yes.
part of something. If they have
Yeah.
experience, they're sharing it with others. So
Yes.
we are not undermining their experience and their skills, so they're
Mm.
sharing it with others. And when others give them the positive feedback, I think
Mm.
that would motivate them. I believe that development most of the times is intrinsic. It comes from
Mm.
within you. You want to do that, but extrinsically, when other people value you, value your
Mm.
experience, I think that also helps. What do you think? Do you have any
No,
more
yeah,
ideas?
100%. 100% using the teachers that you have, like if it's a training session with a group of teachers, using the teachers who are there as a resource is hugely important. So listening to them, valuing their contributions, and when the other teachers in the room see you doing that, see you valuing the contributions from other teachers, I think that actually has an impact on them as well. So it's not
Yes.
just the teacher whose contributions you're highlighting and listening to, but everyone else in the room also sees that, oh, okay, yeah. So it kind of builds that kind of trust between the group and the trainer as well. So I think that's another reason why that's really important. Yeah.
Yes,
Um,
and one more thing, a lot of people
mm,
think that we can help teacher only in a training room. So we can help teachers in the staff room as well.
mm,
Just sharing your lesson plan, and do you think it's a good idea to do it this way? Asking for maybe
yeah.
going to their class and sitting for some time, telling, for example, I'll say, Maria, I really don't know how you manage your class so well in groups. My class makes so much noise. Can I sit in your class for 15 minutes and you can demonstrate that? And I'll learn from you.
Yes.
So it's not just a person from a professional department or a training
Mm,
department coming to your school, making you sit, playing a slideshow, and making you discuss things. You can do
mm.
it yourself also
Yeah.
with your peers, with your colleagues. It's
Yeah.
as easy as that.
That's right. And sometimes I know it can be really hard to find those opportunities to peer observe because of oh, seems we've lost Rabia. But
With
yeah, so oh, you're back. Well done. So yeah, I was just saying that sometimes it can be difficult to find the time to observe your colleagues just because of timetabling and so on. But I have this solution. I had colleagues that I've worked with in the past who what they did, and I know again that this depends on resources, so how big the classes are and how big a classroom physically at the physical space that you can access. But I've had teachers who have joined their classes together if they were teaching the same level. Yep, I can hear you. Yep.
okay, okay.
Yep. Yeah, so I've had colleagues who've joined classes together so that they take it in turns to teach that lesson and then they can observe each other, trying out different techniques and then using the time after the class to reflect and discuss what happened during the class. So there are workarounds, even if it doesn't seem like it's possible, there's always ways around it. So yeah. Um,
Yeah, so true, so
yes.
true. So there was
So
another question from the community.
yes.
Um, that was about how to help teachers engage with new technologies. So, do you have any ideas for that before we go to the community with that question? How to help teachers engage with new technologies?
I think a great way to do it is by encouraging experimentation and sharing. So, making teachers feel as there's no right way, there's no one way to do things, but introducing a tool. For example, if it's in a training session, for example, you might actually use the tool and incorporate the tool. For example, let's say it's Kahoot. A lot of us might be familiar with this sort of audience response, student response system. You might actually use that in the training sessions, getting the teachers to use it as though they were students. So getting them to experience using the tool from the student's perspective. So that's one way to do it.
Yeah,
You were
exactly.
talking, yeah,
Yeah. So yes, I
yeah,
was just telling you about the training that I'm delivering to some
yeah,
master trainers today, and I wanted them to use some spin the wheel activity from
mm,
WordWall, and
mhm,
I made them do the activity using that tool. So now
mhm,
they didn't
yeah,
just see a demonstration of me doing something isolated. They were
mhm,
actually involved. They were part of that activity, and now because
mm,
they have to go and use it with their teachers
mhm,
to train them, so now they have a first-hand experience of that. So it's not just I'm prescribing something to them, they're using it, and when they'll go they can use the same with their teachers. They're more equipped with how to use that. And so I've just because I had to come here, I shifted everything to another person's laptop. Now they also know how to use all of that. So it's kind of maybe shifting the um, um, responsibility to someone in the training room, telling them, guiding them, and then they are using it, and then learning from each other, delegating. I think that that can also help. um,
yeah. And
So
that's exactly what someone who's here with us right now has said. So have more workshops involving sharing technologies. So yeah, so maybe one of your colleagues has used a tool that you've never used before. So finding that time to come together and share experiences and showing each other, like you were just saying, showing each other how to use the tools. So yeah,
yes,
exactly.
and the comment that you said, I totally agree with that. Having more
Mm,
workshops evolving, so they should not be
mm,
about technology. I think technology should be integrated with
mm,
whatever topic it is. You use apps like Mentimeter, different tools that they can actually pick and go and use with their learners as well. So using, and then a lot of people would want to use and learn about AI as well. So with AI and with all of these tools on the internet, we
mm.
always advise safety of the learners first, using apps and tools and technology that do not require login from the people who are commenting. So be very particular about when you're sharing tools that are the safe for your learners and your teachers both. um, we shared one interesting post that actually took me back to the time when I started training. That was something that they wish they knew when they were first started supporting teachers. So that was one thing that everybody related to, and a lot of community members shared their ideas. So the people who are, hey, I can you tell them that you really wish that, oh my God, I wish somebody had told me, it would have made things so much
Yeah,
easier for me
something you
if
wish
I
you
had
knew when
known
you
this. So
first
we have
started
very
supporting teachers. Yeah, if you can share that with us. Oh, you're back again. Well done. Yeah, so hopefully people will share some of their thoughts on that. I myself, I guess the main thing when I first started supporting teachers was I guess I would have liked to have known. Okay, first of all, that I don't need to be the expert. Okay, so I always felt initially that I need to have an answer for everything. If someone asked me a question, I would be embarrassed if I didn't have the answer at the tip of my tongue. So I've realized that, I think it's okay to show you don't know everything. You are vulnerable. It's the same in the classroom with your students, right? A student will, ask you a question. You might not know the answer. That's fine to show the students that you're human, just like them, and then working together to find the solution, to find the answer. I think that actually is a good way to kind of build that connection with your trainees as well when you show your human side. So yeah, I wish that's something that I had known.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and something that I wish I had known in teaching and training, both not to take um, uh, failure or not being able to meet the learning outcomes personal. For me, I've always taken that, it is
Mm.
my full responsibility to make everybody succeed. There should be 100% response after the training, and the impact would be 100%. So I've become realistic now. I wish somebody had told me, and they
Yeah.
would have saved me from heartache. So
Yeah. Oh, but that's also related. Like another thing that I wish I'd known, and I think that's kind of related to what you've just said, is that like when you have a training session, a formal kind of training session where you've got teachers attending in a physical space or even online. I mean, everyone has different motivations or reasons for coming, so you can't expect everyone to. Not everyone's going to be as enthusiastic. Not everyone's going to, there are different personalities. Not everyone is going to contribute in the same way. So, just as with your students in the classroom, you need to plan for those kind of differences. The same goes for the training room as well. So, yeah.
we also
um,
had some contributions from the community, and
that's right.
when one of
Mm,
the members said that lesson plan while taking into account learners needs. So this is something that they really wanted
mm,
to know, that they could have told
mm,
other teachers. And this is very important. A lot of times we pick activities even in teacher training that we like, and in
mm.
classes also, like the ones that our teachers used with us and the ones we enjoyed. We forget keeping in mind the learners or our participants. So that is really important. I can totally relate to that. And another community member said, I wish I knew how to handle the levels of noise while doing face to face group discussions. I think that's a healthy noise. What do you think?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I think if teachers in the training room are making a lot of noise during a discussion activity, I think that's a good sign. Yeah, but yeah, it is quite funny though when that happens. You're like, hang on, guys, like, this is the trouble that you have with your students. I'm now having with you. But yeah, no, that as you say, that's actually a good sign when it shows that teachers are engaged.
Yeah,
Um,
we have one concern in the chat. Most of my students become anxious when confronted with real world scenarios in the classroom, and some begin to consider giving up. So, how can we help this teacher?
mm.
Maria, any ideas?
Yeah, I'm wondering what they mean by real world scenarios in the classroom. Um, yeah, I guess I mean something like that. I guess
For me,
scaffolding. It depends. Scaffolding the activities. Yeah, getting students working in different ways, groups, giving students choice in terms of how they want to. I guess I think I feel like I need a little bit more context there, exactly what they
yes.
mean by real world scenarios. But yeah, what were you thinking?
Yeah, so if you're here, please can you explain your
Mm,
question and situation by explaining what real world scenarios are? And I think that you would need to reflect, because you've already pinpointed that this is something that they feel anxious about. So why
mm,
not you simplify the task that you're giving them? Maybe they're finding
mm,
them challenging. You give them some demonstration first, give them useful language first, so that sometimes when we jump into an individual
mm,
activity directly without a whole class practice and a drilling, they do not know what to do. So in such cases, I think it's important that we first give them some context, and then we try and uh, Maria. Okay. uh, okay, so we have another comment here. Uh, from someone, they're saying that this year will be my first experience in teaching English from primary school. Can you give me some advice? The best advice that I can give to you is join our course online, Teaching English in Primary. It has the theoretical base about what you can do in a primary classroom. It gives you a lot of ideas of how to develop thinking skills in the classroom. It also gives you a range of activities that you can use to assess learning, make classroom learning enjoyable. So that is one of my most favorite courses. So I'd love you to join that. Join some of our live discussions that we are running these days about um how to teach young learners. So that would um, uh, this community member asking about um, teaching English for primary. We already gave some suggestions. We can also move back and solve.
yeah. Yeah, no, that's right. I mean, I heard you suggest completing or enrolling in the Teaching English course. Yeah, and just engaging in the community. There's a lot of stuff in the community that's around that topic at the moment. But um, yeah, and also just being active in the community. So if you have any questions, don't be shy, ask them, because there's so many of us there. There's not just us, the tutors, but there's also other teachers who have a lot of experience and can provide advice. So yeah, just being active and don't be shy, ask questions. Yeah.
Yes. And that
Uh,
leads me to our next question, Maria. That was
mm.
about how can we use recordings of online teacher development sessions. So, again,
Yeah.
if you've missed any of the live sessions, they are already there. A lot of webinars
Yes.
of teaching English are there. So, you can go back and watch them, but you can have interesting activities around them. So, Maria had some
Mm.
ideas. Would you like to share?
Yeah, I'm really excited about sharing this actually because, yeah, there's this really great tool called Video Ant. So it's like video and the insect ant, Video Ant. I'll share the link later. But this is a great tool that you can use to upload videos into it. and it's completely free, by the way. You can upload videos into it, and then you can add comments that are time-based comments. So you see something in the video, and then you click comment, and you can add a comment that's connected to that point in the video, and then you can share that with others. Like, let's say you put in a video of one of our sessions, maybe this one. Okay, you get the link from YouTube, you put it in there, and then you can share that video with a colleague, with a teacher, with your comments attached. They can reply to your comments, and then you can kind of start a dialogue around a particular topic that you're interested in. And I think this tool is really great as well, because you can use it not just for videos or recordings of training sessions, but you can also use it, for example, let's say you record yourself teaching. Yeah, maybe you record yourself teaching and you want to share it with someone. You can have sort of start a conversation around certain points in the lesson, or you can even actually use it with your students. So let's say you give your students a video activity, an activity where they need to produce a video instead of a written assessment. They can put their recordings into a video, and then you can provide time-based feedback to your students. So yeah, lots of uses.
Lovely activity. We also have a similar idea from our community member as well. They said embed interactive features such as quizzes or polls. Captions can also be very helpful. I find that recording often suffer from lack of clarity. So that helps with that. And we can convert that to brief outcomes and share. So you watch it, and then you make a summary of that, and maybe you share it with your colleagues, and they can look at the summary and they can say, okay, this looks like something I need to watch, and maybe they can go and watch. I also had some suggestions, like if you can use these activities in your own time, not activities, these videos are live sessions or the webinars. You can either write for yourself that these are the three key important points, and make a diary or a log for yourself. You can write three key takeaways. Or if you're learning with other teacher educators or teachers, what you can do is have a debate club. We'll have team Rabia and we'll have team Maria, and we'll talk
Nice.
about that topic, that is it necessary, what are the benefits of this new idea, what are the drawbacks, or what could be the challenges. So this way you can have a small debate while watching. Or you can do that if you're in different places. Maria can watch and I can watch, and then afterwards we can connect and we can discuss our ideas. And what you can
Yeah.
do is, as a group also, if I am a trainer and I'm working with some, so I can use these as, I can play the discussion.
Yeah. Yeah. So actually, that relates quite nicely to a comment that's just been made by someone who's here about wishing to create a community of practice to share my passion for teaching. So some of those ideas that Rabia has just shared, those might
We'll
be
be
some
deep
things you want to
diving into
try
this.
with your colleagues. Oh, you're back.
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought I was here.
um,
I don't know, something is going on with the agenda
yeah,
today.
there's some glitches today, no problem. But yeah, it looks like we've kind of come to an end. Gosh, that was quick, wasn't it, Rabia?
Yeah, we've explored a lot
Yeah.
today, and
Yeah.
about what makes learning hard, and for teachers, and how we can help them. And the next week, I was telling, I don't know, they were able to hear me or not. On Wednesday 13th at 12 UK time, we'll be having a deep dive into assessing learning.
Yes. So
Yeah, we'll be talking
please come
about
along. Mm,
yeah. And
yeah.
meanwhile, you can download the workbook for assessing learning, for teaching English
Mm,
in primary, and especially our course helping teachers to learn, and keep on
that's right.
commenting. So
Yes.
thank you
Keep
very much.
commenting, asking questions in the community, and we'll see you soon. Bye, everyone.
Yeah, thank you very much. Bye.
How to find and join groups for teachers. From our Teaching English page on Facebook, tap About. Go down the page until you see Groups. Then tap See All. Tap the name of a group to learn more about it. You must ask to join private groups before you can access them. Read carefully and provide any requested information. Read the group rules. Confirm that you agree to them. Then tap Submit. Popular posts from your groups will appear in your newsfeed. Tap on the name of a group to go there. Or access all your groups by tapping on your profile. Groups. Then choose which group to explore.